course, that's backwards. The heck? What the heck? Hey, wish I had some background music or something. Oh, the paper's backwards? Are you kidding me? It's showing up properly for me. I wrote this backwards because it was showing up backwards for me. I have it written the correct way on the other side. But for me, I'm seeing it backwards. Look, I got some serious issues with trying to figure out electronics. Honestly, I think the way I just bitch in a monologue is irritating to people, but if we were just sitting around chatting about the different ways electronics are stupid, we would actually all be laughing and having fun. I I don't know. I will be back. I actually have this muted because I have a kettle on and the whistling when it's ready will be very, very painful. So I'm going to just keep this muted until the high pitched whistling. Well, Epstein, I don't drink booze, but I've got my weed. Eh? And it's falling. Great. The tea kettle whistled, so yeah. I'm not starting the stream sitting. I'm gonna be starting the stream walking around doing random crap. My whole point with this live stream is to just be myself, and if it goes well, I'll probably stick around YouTube and keep doing live streaming. If it doesn't go well, I still have Facebook I could go to, video blog, live stream there, and the people who do want to know me more, you know, I would not mind. Let me detach the keyboard. Alrighty. And we're walking. Okay, so first order of business to re-up myself on tea because caffeine. When I did the interview with Royce from Daywave, I had accidentally taken a double dose of Adderall and gotten fairly manic. And it was received pretty well. So, stimulants are obviously necessary. There are other YouTubers who talk about cocaine, but, I've got heart issues, so I'll just do caffeine. A couple mugs to choose from. This one is literally the molecular structure of caffeine with measuring on it. Gotta love handshaking. And this one says, one crazy bitch. Vote now. Epstein's neck bone. Here because of David. That's probably why you come across, kind of trolly, but you don't have the bully sort of feel. I'm really bad at wording stuff. Let's, work it out. I see a difference between trolls and bullies. I love trolls, actually. Bullies can go fuck off. So trolls are like the gatekeepers of the internet, keep people in line, and, my girlfriend and I were talking. Daywave and y'all kind of knocked me into line. You're like, hey, you're being just fucking depressing. Yeah. But there was a lot of harassment too. Let me grab the tea bags. Okay. When y'all make jokes and make fun of me a bit, that's okay. That's one thing. That's okay. And trolling, it's the stuff that you post that's goofy, non-serious, Oh, I haven't said anything weird today. That stuff. It's not a bad thing. The people that I'm not okay with are the ones that call themselves trolls but they're actually bullies. Okay? And see now, this nice to speak with you too, I've seen. This person here, Casey's new boyfriend, and I have to apologize. My eyesight's terrible. I literally can't see the pictures. You're saying, hey, you cheesy ass bitch, what up with your nose, you cracky ass corn dome? My nose? Oh no, it's weird, isn't it? It's like, it splits in the middle here. I don't know. I also can't breathe through my nose. But that's kind of funny-ish in my view. What I didn't find funny were the people posting things like, I've deleted them now and I've gotten rid of the screenshots, but there were people posting basically that I'm an abomination. Basically people should murder me and people like me. And it was getting fairly upsetting. And I was still trying to brush it off, because it was mostly just talking about me. And then people brought my girlfriend into it. And that's when I went, and whoa, I had a little breakdown just yesterday. Message retracted. I don't even know how to see that. I'm really not educated with how this. Both are abominations. You're the type of person who can go fuck off. If you want to say that me, because of my personality, because of who I am as a person, I'm a shit person, you hate me, alright, whatever, your opinion. But when you say, well, because you and this other person are part of these, disabled communities, transgender communities, you're abominations, well, you're insulting not just myself, my girlfriend, but entire communities. You want to insult someone that's like, hey, I think I'm a comedian, go ahead, insult me. Then go ahead and insult them. They've given you permission. But, the other stuff, it's like, it's too far. Too far. See, there's lines I have to draw. I'm not even going to remove anything chat-wise right now. I barely know how anyway. Part of why it's hard for me to try to protect myself from bullies. But it's just that kind of rhetoric, the stuff you're seeing here, that's not trolling. That's just bullying, that's harassment, that's not nice. I'm pretty much a nihilist. My belief is nothing really matters. Life sucks for everyone. Eventually we'll die. But my come away from that isn't, well, screw it all. It's, well, so maybe we should try to treat each other well, since, the rest of life is just pure shit 99% of the time. How about we try to be good fucking human beings to each other? And, don't focus on the bad. It is easier said than done. When you look at it from even a psychological standpoint, the brain remembers trauma. People don't have to play your delusional attention acts, and no, they don't. You don't have to watch me. It's not even actually technically an insult to call me delusional, because it's part of my diagnoses. My bipolar, when I'm manic, I can have delusions, I can have psychosis. It's something that, as opposed to an insult, I have to actually watch out for in order to figure out, where is my mental state right now? Am I a danger to myself, possibly? So, I think one of the reasons I tried creating this channel in the first place was to say, look, I'm not all there. I'm not all here. But I'm still a valid human being who deserves understanding, who deserves to, even if you're not going to agree with what I'm saying, you're gonna give me the chance to explain myself. And so trying to figure out, how do I switch tacks here? How do I stop focusing on the bad? Vapid. Let me try to sit here and look at some of these, because I'm not fully. My Adderall's still kicking. Let's see. He's his boyfriend now. He wants some dark chocolate shlomita. It's a new term. It sounds racist. Is gender biological from Clifton? Well, potentially. There potentially can be biological components to gender, but the research isn't all there. They have found physical differences in the formation of the brain when looking at cisgender individuals versus transgender individuals. So potentially, we don't know. Let's see. Would that also mean it doesn't matter how we treat each other, though? Punk rock. Well, I think that's sort of the argument people have. A lot of religious people think that, you get your rewards in heaven, and yet they still treat people badly. So, I don't know. I personally feel that we have more over the here and now. I don't know if there's a heaven or reincarnation or nothing, or if it's like American Dad and you go in a hallway and you open a door and there's a unicorn shitting out cheeseburgers with pepper jack, and I don't know. Or no, was it Colby Jack? Regardless, I don't know what the answer is, but isn't it just important that while we're here, we try to not treat each other terribly? And I'm not saying I'm perfect on that. And let's see. A good way to be a human to another is mow your neighbor's grass, and if you can't, hire a lawn crew for them. I mean, honestly, helping others, would be nice. I have a hard time accepting help. Like, I could have had ways of asking for donations and money from people, and every time I do have like a donation link or something, like I feel weird about it. And I know that I have ways I could help people where it's more of an exchange of bartering, but for some reason when I'm like asking for help, I feel very small and weak, and also at the same time, I shouldn't need to depend on anyone else, because my father putting that crap in my head about you're only a worthwhile human being if you pretty much kill yourself with stress working 80 hours a week. My hand's sitting. Let's see. Next comment. No, I was still on that. Hire a lawn crew for them. Yeah, I actually have a lot of ideas of how I would like to help people. And so, unfortunately, with the fact that I need help first, it does make it difficult. I don't really know how to do these things when I have this mental block. I don't like accepting money from people. I feel weird taking gifts. As much as there are things I need, I could definitely put out like my Amazon wish list that's I got stuff I literally need, but I feel weird. I came from a military family. It's kind of been beat into my head that I'm supposed to be doing for other people. And so me needing help, I don't know. That's a whole issue I have that, wasn't even 100% related to the question, but it's something that's on my mind. Call my something. The Casey's new boyfriend account. I literally can't tell what you're saying. Let's see, Krypton, you mispronounced vapid. If we're talking about like how I'm self-centered and stuff, like I've been taught to focus on me my whole life. I mean, most of my life has been in therapy. Don't talk about others. Use I statements. Talk about how you're feeling. Use I statements. Don't push something. Like, I've been taught it's rude to talk about others. What you're supposed to do is talk about yourself. You're supposed to focus on yourself. You're not supposed to talk about others. You talk about yourself. Like, done. And I also just have been socially not great my whole life. Never fully understood how to hold conversations. I don't know. Maybe that's what my YouTube needs to be. It's all about me. Help me. Stop talking about just me. Because I don't know how. It's called Ebonics. You mean AAVE, African American Vernacular English? I have very few skills, very little to offer this world, in my opinion. I know words, I know English. Linguistics. Etymology and semantics and terminology and definitions. I love it. No one gives a shit. One of my subscribers, I have my phone, my phone, one of my subscribers was talking about words and stigma on their channel too. And oh, I made myself dizzy, sorry. Whatever I was just saying, someone's probably gonna have to remind me of what I was saying beforehand. I really shouldn't talk and walk. I just made myself really dizzy. Whew. So I'll just move on to the next unless someone reminds me. I think it was something racist, so whatever. How exists reserved for dominations, blah, blah, blah. A lot of religious folks are dumb, but at the same time, they can be smart. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the religious community. I have faith of some sort. It doesn't really fit with other religions and belief systems I know of. I kind of actually came up with my own theory on religion, and yeah, I don't know. But organized religion, I've never really been a fan of. It's probably partially just my social issues, not wanting to be around people half the time. It's difficult for me. So I've read multiple versions of the Bible. My favorite is honestly the Children's Illustrated Bible, which seems more focused on the messages that they're trying to give. And I have a viewpoint that most Christians look at me and say, "You're not a Christian. Why are you saying you're a Christian?" And to me, I feel that faith is a super personal thing, and the religious community, the religious institutions have kind of wrecked it for me. I would not be very comfortable going to churches anymore. I'm like slurring and stuttering a lot. I think I need to also have water. Possibly some weed. How about a hit, eh? Been live 25 minutes, haven't really said anything of substance yet, so I think it's time for a hit, eh? Also, the time is 3, 2, 1. Okay. let me answer the serious thing first. Epstein's neck bone. Dude, I've had mental health problems myself. I'm still struggling at times as I got older and had kids. I feel I'm a lot more grown up, so to speak. For me, this helped more than doctors or drugs. I feel that I have definitely matured and grown over the years. I still have a ways to go. Part of it, I really do think, is related to my disability, because it does have like cognitive effects, and I don't know, I just feel very behind with a lot of things, and I combine the cognitive issues I have, like the OCD, the way I catastrophize things, and all sorts of other stuff. Combine that with the fact that I have been through trauma in my life. I'm emotionally, mentally younger than I am biologically. So I definitely have more growing to do. And as for kids, unfortunately, I've had miscarriages. It seems that my genetic disorder is even worse if I try to have kids. As for Chad Thundercock, who is, very, very, very thin ice here, I'm going to have to look into blocking more people from being able to talk here, probably. Saying, time to smoke meth. I have smoked meth. It feels like a waste of money when you need to take Adderall for your brain to function, because instead of getting really high, I moreover had a desire to go find my geometry book from high school, because I was like, wait, I think I understand math. And then I cleaned a lot. So if you're trying to get high and you have ADHD, then don't do math. You're just going to pay a lot of money to get really focused. And also probably pick yourself worse than I do and lose your teeth worse than I am. Let's see. Stillborn of Akkad. You ever think the pharmaceuticals, weed, and indoctrination from stupid-ass peer counselors and therapists are your real issues? You live for attention-seeking behaviors and victimhood. Pharmaceuticals, the only thing I'm taking now is Adderall. I don't take anything else if I don't have to. There's too many side effects and shit to deal with, and insurance and blah, blah, blah. It's annoying. So Adderall, my brain pills, and weed. The weed has helped more than anything else. I've been on lots of different medications for pain. None of them help. Turns out it's because I have a really rare disorder. I could go grab the paperwork for it at some point, talk about it, but the problem is it's only diagnosed in like 200 people worldwide. So, not much known about it, so difficult to help it. And as for you live for attention-seeking behaviors and victimhood. I mean, the victimhood thing, I don't want to live for. I do feel victimized a lot, and I think if you talk to anyone in minority populations in any part of the world, they're going to feel victimized. Feeling victimized, experiencing being a victim is not like, oh, I'm going to judge you for that. That's a thing that we need to fucking try to, can we stop victimizing people? Like, I won't have to bitch and complain about victimhood if we can just fix the fucking issues. I won't have to bitch about shitty doctors if we fix the health system. So, yeah, about that. As for attention seeking, I mean, Have we seen the way I dress? Have we seen the way I dress? I mean, I don't think I've ever denied being attention seeking. I actually think it's a normal thing for human beings to desire attention. Like, if someone is talking about being suicidal, oh, you're just attention seeking. Well, yeah, they are seeking attention because they think they might kill themselves and they desire help. I don't understand why the term attention seeking is a negative thing. To me, it sounds as if someone is aware that whatever they're going through in their head, they can't cope with just on their own. They need external help. They need someone else to help. Why is that bad? Why is it bad to say, hey, I can't do this just on my own? Ow, my hip. Oh. You say I dress normal. You haven't seen half the stuff. I would block some of the people saying the things of stupid, transphobic, and ableist and stuff like that, but I barely know how this stuff works, so I'm just gonna start ignoring those ones at this point. If someone wants to inform me of how it works, oops, like, that's cool too. I don't know what I'm doing with electronics. Let's see. You make victimhood your identity and dwell on it. You can never empower yourself to overcome it. I feel like we could have an entire live stream about this specific topic, like a serious one, because I'd love to know how I can empower myself in a situation where it's like, hey, I need medical help. Oh, no, you don't. I have diagnoses that state I need medical help. No, you don't. My doctor prescribed me this medication. Oh, no, you don't need that medication. My doctor and I want this medication. You, the insurance company, should prescribe it. And they're like, nope, profit. Stuff like that all the time. For my Social Security, I don't qualify for disability because I didn't pay into it. I didn't pay into it because I'm disabled. So I get supplemental security income, which isn't supplementing anything. And these are things that are unfair. The $2,000, not allowed to save more than $2,000 as a disabled person or you lose everything, even though there are things like wheelchairs and accessible vehicles that cost more than $2,000. In fact, I'm really being told I can't save more than $2,000. Rent around here is like $1,200 for a studio, and you're required to do first month's, last month's rent, and a security deposit. I legally cannot save enough money to try to move away from my grandmother. How do I empower myself and overcome this without trying to fucking tell people about how shitty this is? I don't know how. If there is a better way, I'm fully 100%, 1000% wanting to look, because what I've been doing hasn't been working. Let's see. Adderall's Diet Coke of meth, pretty much. Let me try to adjust this angle somehow. Is this gonna... I don't like how it's... That might be better. It really feels weird to see old me right up here. Yeah, the UK. I mean, you guys have issues too. I have friends all over, and you have issues too. I watch other disability bloggers, and I know about various issues, especially with the pandemic as well. There's supposed to be the vulnerable people list so that people can get priority help. And oh, it's really shaky right now. That's fun. This is partially my anxiety right now from being on the live stream, partially just I have neuropathy. And the more I pay attention to it, the more it does it. As soon as I change my hand position, it stops. Nerve issues are freaking crazy. You can think it's fake if you want. I'm beyond that at this point. I'm so done. I'm so over it. I have physical disabilities, and I think sometimes it's funny. It's funny. How about we just laugh? I mean, here's a joke. I like to play those games where you tap 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 tap, and that earns you money, and then you buy an upgrade, so more tapping. So, oh look, pro gamer. I want to make jokes about it at this point. I am tired of being sad about it. I want to make jokes. Hey, like. Plenty of fun to be had. It just, when you're making fun of a disabled person, it's got to be on their terms, okay? So, things that I think are laughing. Hot pocket. Yeah, NHS directed to deal with coronavirus for first and foremost. Triage medicine. I totally understand it. I do understand it. But I think people triage incorrectly. Honestly, I believe that I'm a person that wouldn't make it if push came to shove. Not only do I have, disorders that affect me, but I'm diagnosed with infertility and I can't have healthy kids. So, those are the sorts of factors people usually bring in. But for some reason, those aren't the factors people are using. I would understand if it's saying you need to save the people who are, healthy and capable of reproducing. But that's not the criteria they're going by. Someone can be in a wheelchair or autistic or bipolar and still, be worth having a future. So the triaging based on pre-existing disabilities, it's not being done correctly. I need to message someone real quick. One of my friends, I forgot to inform her. Oh, that's fine. Suffer from hypochondria much? No, not really. Hypochondriacs, they go, wow, I have all these issues. I must find a diagnosis. That's not the diagnosis I want. Someone needs to give me a diagnosis. That's not the diagnosis I want. Someone needs to give me a diagnosis. What I have is I had issues. I got genetic testing. I got diagnosed. And now I have those diagnoses. And I deal with the symptoms. I'm not pursuing any further diagnostic whatevers. I know what the root of my issues is. That gave me peace of mind. I'd never heard of the thing before. All I know is I don't have a shit ton of disorders because I have a shit ton of disorders because one of my genes, in my DNA, is fucked up. So, just stumbled upon your stream. How are you doing today? Hello, Patty making hands. Good, bad, up, down, yellow, green. I don't know. I've been having basically public breakdowns on my channel for a while, and finally decided to bite the bullet, go live, and be like, let's figure out how to fix my channel together, chat with people, just kind of show who I am, see how it goes. So my day so far is unsure. This is practically the start of it, but welcome. So far, a lot of what I've been doing is just catching up with people who've been supporting me and biting back at the people who are being rude. I'm not good at all with social media stuff, so I don't really know how to properly moderate all this stuff. And I still play Guild Wars on Twitch. It didn't go well, and I'm not really doing it. The things I've been trying haven't been working. When I try to game on Twitch, I'm not talking like this. I'm sort of just staring at the screen going, I really don't think that's what people are there for. I don't think they're there to watch someone poorly playing a game silently while licking their lips weird. So, welcome back, FC. And I have played Raid Shadow Legends, and and that's why I laugh at everyone who advertises Raid Shadow Legends, because you guys must be getting a different version. Every advertisement I see from people with Raid Shadow Legends is like, this is a great game and it's so unique and blah, 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 and you do this and you do that. I'm like, are you just conveniently forgetting the part where literally every time you open the app, even if you just tab out of it to check a message or Facebook real quick and go back, you now have the buy this for $5.99, buy this for $10.99, buy this for $15.99, buy this for $99.99. And it's every time I open the app, they're asking me to spend between $5 and $100 every time I open the app. I'm not touching that game with a 10-foot pole, okay? No. Exclusive influencer edition. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't like that influencer stuff. I mean, we're almost an hour into this. Should probably get to the topic, the point. Is that I don't know that. I don't know what that says. Yeah, I have no desire to be an influencer. I do like being online. I think live streaming could actually be very constructive for me, actually. But I don't like all the social media management and influencer stuff and doing the various different accounts and the search engine optimization and the tagging and the self-promotion and blah, 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 blah. It's too much. It's too much. Like, the way it makes me feel is like, I don't know, just change the YouTube name to Chris is overwhelmed by everything. Like, it's just too much. I get overwhelmed and I panic. So the direction I want to go is definitely gonna have to be cutting down where I exist online. And Epstein's neckbone. I've never really played Xbox, but I do have Xbox controllers on my list, my Amazon wish list, so I can try to game on PC again. Question by Hazer Sin, a very good one. Do you own or have you ever owned a Dreamcatcher? I used to own one. I threw it away. Here's my reason. It wasn't a real Dreamcatcher and was definitely cultural appropriation. I know, it's a buzzword, and there's a lot of people saying you can't culturally appropriate, but this is the thing. I can go to a Native American powwow and get a real Dreamcatcher made by a Native American person and give my financial support to that Native. What I did was get a fake Dreamcatcher that had the yin yang symbol, which is putting two different cultures together, and it was some mass-produced shit thing, probably by white people. Bad. I got rid of it. If I want another Dreamcatcher, I will get it from actual Native Americans who make them themselves in order to support themselves, not some big fucking corporation. Let's see. Do you know the band Imagine Dragon? Yes, absolutely. How could you tell it was a fake Dreamcatcher? And I did explain a bit. Oh, Mobile Mermaid, hi. No, it's okay. I kind of forgot to message you. I'm very anxious right now. Yeah, with the fake Dreamcatcher, I asked some Native American people on Twitter, which, by the way, I've gotten in a lot of trouble on Twitter, and I need to leave there. I can't stand the platform. I hate it. I like the fact that I was able to just dig myself a hole and fucking lie in it until I figured out how to make things better instead of just being canceled. I liked the fact that, I dug my fucking grave and I had to pull myself out of it. I liked being able to just have that. Whereas on Facebook, I get very upset. How people are like, you fucked up, you're blocked. Let me fucking try to fix it, bitch. But I don't like it. The 280 character limit and just the navigation, I don't like it. So I don't even want to be there. But circling back, I offended a bunch of Native Americans on Twitter by asking about, when you're talking about burning sage as, a cultural right for you, well, you're talking about indoors. What about people with allergies? And yeah, basically had my ass handed to me by 20 different people. It was difficult. I learned through it though, and I learned basically if I just shared their post and wrote my own comment, it wouldn't have been a big deal, but it was because I went onto their post, which meant I was invading their space, and I don't know. I'm an SJW, and I hate SJWs at this point. I don't know I don't understand all the social rules, and so that's really a big reason why I'm wanting to change how I am on social media. And so, yeah, I was explained all the stuff that I just explained of why I threw it out by actual Native Americans, including this one who I think is really well known. She's had viral posts. I forget right now because I have serious memory issues with names and stuff like that. Let's see. No, that's not the right one. I think I found it. Oh, no. Where is it? Google and I don't get along. Hold on. Twitter. White person, green, picture, tattoo. Oh no. Ah, here we go. Cade on Twitter. White girls get dream catcher tattoos and wonder why their lives are going to shit. Like IDK, Sarah. Maybe ask the thing inked on your body that attracts bad shit, you unseasoned chicken wing. That's one of the people that tore my fucking head off. Okay. And so I learned from that, and now my girlfriend is also part Native American, and she said, well, yeah, I agree with a bunch of stuff said during this argument, but also fuck the people that you talk to, because they literally would not listen to how you were explaining that you weren't trying to attack, that you're trying to basically learn things, that you're not trying to offend, that you know, nobody was giving me the ability to say, whoa, that's really not what I was trying to say or do. That's not the tone I was trying to take. Let me try to learn from you. Obviously, I worded it wrong as hell, but how am I supposed to learn the right way to word things if no one will give me the patience? It's like firing someone and being like, you said things wrong. What things? Things. What things did I say wrong? You know what you said. No, I don't. Well, you're still fired. Like, come on. I know it's not their job to educate me, but I also don't think that it's necessary to basically say that someone's being really evil and horrible just because they don't know how to phrase things well. And let me scroll up to receive what's here. Also, I need some weed. Oh, there's it again. Okay. I'm going to try to knock out a bunch of these questions real quick. And then I need to go actually grab a charger from the other room. So, let's see. Dreamcatcher has a wolf on it. That sounds like it might be more authentic. Mobile Mermaid saying, started late, ran into a bit of difficulty. It's okay. I've already told you that. You know that. Even if you couldn't make it, I wouldn't be angry. It's okay. Shit happens. Is drinking Listerine cultural appropriation? God, I want so badly to bill myself as like a comedian. It's like I want to think of something funny to say to that. Because I've also made a joke on Facebook that because my hair was sticking straight up, and then I had a picture of Chubby Emu. Oh, I'm appropriating Asian hair. So like I do want to like see myself as a comedian and do comedic responses. So I don't know. I gotta think of something for that because it's gotta. I'm sure it could be some sort of like either a soccer mom or like a county jail type of joke, you know. So yeah, there we go. Oh, come on with this focus. Yeah. And Scouts, they taught us to make our own dream catcher. Interesting. Imagine dragging these nuts onto your face, which I saw that before, and the D's Nut shows. I always walk into them. They're great though, you know, just It's not hurting anyone. We're just being goofballs. In fact, a lot of the D's nuts jokes in my comments are the ones I've laughed at the most, which definitely goes to show, hello, I'm not a 30-year-old woman. I'm more like a 12-year-old boy. Come on. And I crack up every time someone walks me into one of the D's nuts jokes. What was the one? Someone had asked me if I like Wendy's, and I hashtag autistic AF. I went on this like paragraph long rant about which fast food franchises I prefer, Taco Bell and Burger King, McDonald's, like this long answer. And then they're like, well, do you like when Dean's nuts are on your face? I'm like, oh my God. I spent all that time typing all that. Really? It's a joke. I never see them coming. I never see those ones coming. And honestly, if I do see them coming, I'm probably going to participate anyway. Why not? The D's nuts jokes are dead. Therefore, I love them. Also, moth memes. Those have not come back around. Therefore, love them. Because I want them back, and they haven't been back. And, you know, I'm like the anti-hipster. I'm only into things after they're done being cool. Let's see. Grave digging is honest work. Back to more of the serious stuff. A lot of the grave digging is being done by people you wouldn't think. Hart Island over in New York, the place where they bury unclaimed bodies. Lots of prison inmates and stuff. Although, you know, with COVID, now that's been changed. It's more, you know, people who are trained with medical things. And, but yeah, grave digging may be honest work, but we live in a country that's not very honest. And if you look under the surface, a lot of things that you think are like cool and chill and no problem are actually extremely problematic. And you question, like, am I contributing to this somehow? Main problem is being trans, ya fruit. The thing is, that is partially true, although not in the way you're saying it. When I was 5 years old, I told my stepmom I wish I had a penis. And she's like, you saying you wish you were a boy? You say you want a penis, you wish you were a boy? And I was like, well, I mean, no, I'm a girl, but I'm a boy too. And I just, like, my whole life been sitting here like, well, I'm fucking Fruit Loop lunatic, tunes, and you know, thinking like it was just me. I'm the one who's not understanding this super simple thing with sex and gender, and I'm the fucking weirdo for being like, oh, I got my period. I would like to die, please. Perhaps I can stab myself in the uterus with these kitchen shears in a way that will necessitate an emergency hysterectomy, but hopefully I won't die before. Like, that's not normal. That's not normal. Okay? Okay? Being trans has caused a lot of issues in my life. So, with, you know, that in mind, yes, being trans is one of my biggest issues. Because when you are one of these others, one of these minorities, you're less heard, less understood. People don't know how to deal with you. Fitting in is even harder. And come on, I've been strange my whole life. Always, always, always. So I've never really fit in, and being trans has made it a lot more difficult. I have a great community of people around me now. Lovely friends, people I consider family. And I practically like trans people more than cis people half the time. We've all been through shitty things and we have really bad impacts on our lives from who we are. But that's from outside sources treating us poorly. If we didn't have those people putting us down, if we didn't have the government trying to, make us invalid, we wouldn't have the animosity. It wouldn't be as much of a problem, because as much as you can have internal dysphoria, where I'm like, wow, these things, they get in the way. Can I get rid of these stupid things? There's also external, and people's judgments can make things way more difficult, way more painful. And when it comes to things like medical bias, it'll screw up a lot. So being trans is one of my biggest issues. If I was cisgender and heterosexual, I would not have as many obstacles and issues in just getting the normal things in my life that I need like everyone else. But that's because of society. It's because of how society treats people who are trans. And as for negative YouTube, which is the last person I'm going to read as I go pop over to get the charger cable real quick. Saying, Chris, you look great. Sorry, I was at an anti-mask protest. And thank you. I am definitely feeling better, I think. Belching contest. I think that having the little emotional breakdown the other day, and I've also watched some sad movies and stuff and had several more massive cry fest the past few days. I think that huge emotional just really helped, and I'm feeling better. So I've already been live for an hour, and I haven't spoken about the specific things I want to get to yet. So let me go grab the charger cable, and I actually have points written down on an app on my phone. So, ouch. Do I have a BRB thing? Let me see. Where to go? I think I've got a little paper somewhere just so I can write a BRB. That should work. A little tape here. Yeah, let's see how this works. Not well, apparently. I don't know what I'm doing with anything. Boom, 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 boom. What? Ah. Is that aligned well? Hee. They're even going to be gone, but yeah. Where's the mute? Got things plugged in. Including charger for this. While I catch my breath, which I think. Button click. I know I'm supposed to keep track of tachycardia issues and stuff, but I'm lazy with it. But thank you for saying welcome back. I am okay. This is normal. I usually don't show this kind of stuff. As much as I bitch and complain in my videos, I actually try to hide A lot of the stuff. I have to take the compression bra I'm wearing off, I think. Can't breathe. Oh, my lungs. Uh, 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 oh, If I do choose to raise money online for anything, I think it'd be top surgery. Like, I joke, like, if my tits were just nice, I would totally want to keep them. I mean, I identify as non-binary. Non-binary dude, drag queen type person. It's a mess of confusion, and I literally, like, there's a reason I've got this alien shirt. I'm actually okay with the pronoun it, because I really am confused by humans a lot, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not human. Fuck all you weird humans. And yeah, Z is having, like, whatever. I don't care. Any and all pronouns. I don't care. And in fact, I've told people use whatever pronouns you think are appropriate for me in the time. And, if you're saying she, he, they, it, all in like the same story, that's okay. I don't care. I feel like that's just saying gender fluid. It's a mess. It's confusion, whatever. But, I really have breathing issues and stuff with them. I think health-wise, I would really be better getting rid of them. Having tachycardia, I'm pretty sure. I'm not good at checking, but I'll be fine soon. I'm used to it, like I said. And I'm not showing off the titties because they're terrible. But mostly also because I think, YouTube will fucking want to murder me. In fact, if you've been around on this channel long enough, you've seen them. People, I don't know how they got a hold of it. They've gotten a hold of old pictures of mine that were topless and spread them around, and, like, whatever. I really honestly don't give a shit. I took them knowing they could get out. If I was worried about them getting out in the uncensored versions, I would never have put the uncensored versions into fucking Facebook groups. Like, it's not even like I sent them to significant others. They were pretty fucking public. So, like, you find them, whatever, I don't care. They're just tits. But I'm not trying to get in trouble. But they're not very attractive, y'all. Over the years I've been here on YouTube, I've gained, lost weight. Like, they're really not that attractive. Although there are fun jokes to go with them, and I think after I get them removed, the jokes will go well, because I think right now it's just negativity. But in the future, if I can actually get top surgery, if I can actually, like, get top surgery and then no longer have the titties, I will definitely be much more capable of making the, fried egg on a nail jokes and saggy naggy. And there are definitely some weird videos I could take just laughing, because human bodies are weird. You could start an OnlyFans account. I mean, OnlyFans apparently doesn't even really, like, want sex workers, and if I was gonna do stuff like that, like, I would want to be somewhere more secure, probably more like Pornhub, and but even that's a lot of work too, promoting myself and stuff. Like, if I were to go back to sex work, it looked like it was lighting. If I were to go back to sex work, I would be, looking into, like, the devotee thing. where disabled people have these devotees that are like, oh my god, it's so hot that you're like gimpy and can't do anything for yourself. Let me pay you to struggle. And like, it's weird. It's weird and it's fetishistic in a lot of ways. But like, if me like making some videos where it's like, oh, look, I can put a pair of socks on someone else using just my feet, not my arms at all, because like I have paraplegia with my arms not working right, like, and get money for that. Like, it's like, who even cares at that point? It's like, oh, fetishizing. Oh, so is fetishizing that bad of a thing if the person is fetishizing themselves and able to support themselves with it? Right now, I struggle a lot to do things, and I keep struggling to do them on my own. Uh, if I were struggling in exchange for monetary compensation, it would make things easier. But I I have a weird thing about money. I don't like money. I feel weird being paid. I used to babysit for free. Like, the people I babysat for would give me money, but I would just spend that money on the kids while babysitting them. I have to have direct deposit if I get a job because someone handing me money feels so uncomfortable. I have an issue, a mental block of some sort. I don't like money and asking for money, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It bothers me, and I know that I'm making things harder for myself by not doing things like making like a Patreon and things like that. I am making things harder by not accepting donations of items, money, stuff like that, especially when I have had people telling me those are things they'd like to do. The short while I had my Etsy store open, I had someone buy one of the really shitty crap ass pieces that I did just because they wanted something from me that I made. And like, so I know the potential is there that I could get more help. And just my brain doesn't like that. My brain says, what do you mean ask for help? What do you mean get something from someone else? I don't know. It's really weird. As if you dictate how others perceive you, that's not how attraction. I don't know. I need a little bit more of the weed. Oh, I never switch it from the grinder over. Okay. Let's see. It's really nice. Whoever bought that from you. Yes, it really was. And I wish I knew, or rather, I wish I remembered. I have a serious issue knowing and remembering who's who. I know I recognize some of your names here a lot. I don't. People have seen in my comments that, I get those fake comments. Great video, dude. This is Zymer Tracks. We have, copyright free. Like those, I know there's fake things like that. I really honestly don't know how to tell who's fake and who's real a lot of the time. I am about to sneeze. I feel like I have to sneeze. I need tissue. Tissue. Grandma, where'd you put the tissues? Where'd you put the tissues? I have a hard time knowing who is who's real, who's fake, and I felt like, I don't know, it might be like a way to protect myself to just assume that people online, like, oh, they're fake people, and bots and all that stuff. Like, I don't know how to cope with that stuff and deal with that stuff well. There's a lot of stuff here I don't know, I don't understand, that I feel like I definitely need help and hand holding figured out. But my whole thing of not knowing how to remember who I've talked to and who is supportive, who's against me, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that's as easy as social media management stuff. That's something I have struggled with my entire life. In fact, I had a friend named Heather. Her name wasn't Heather. I still don't remember what her name was. She told me over and over, but eventually she just let me call her Heather because I kept thinking her name was Heather. I knew her in real life for years, and my brain just told me her name was Heather over and over. Heather. It was just Heather over and over. And that's not her name. It was never her name. I still don't know what her name actually was. My brain still tells me Heather. I have problems with that. And a further problem is that I guilt tripped myself about it. So I'm going to read from the bottom comment and scroll back up, especially because Epstein neckbone's easy to find here, because you did a larger blurb. It'll be easier for me to get back to. So I'm going to scroll back up to the point that I left off at. And once again, try to knock this out quick and actually switch over to my phone with the list of things I wanted to discuss. I do feel that just sitting here talking has been quite helpful because I tried talking to my girlfriend. She's literally hard of hearing. She's deaf, the small D, not the big D. When it comes to community, doesn't matter, hard of hearing. I babble at a deaf person all day. Obviously, I have some sort of compulsive need to talk. So, and yeah, high pitched sound. So, temp mute. Okay, high-pitched squeaky stuff over. And now, bring this closer. So I can read better. Oh, okay. So, going back to... Oh my god. Oh, that's so perfect. Great. Going back to where I was. Let's see. Twitter, library, the libtard deserves to be heard. The same, I deserve to be heard. Same far right type deserve to be heard. Yeah, exactly. If all the people online are allowed to scream about, masks are, taking away my freedom, blah, 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 I should also be able to scream that actually you're taking away my fucking freedom by not wearing a goddamn mask and not educating your damn fucking selves on why it's important. Thank you very much. I'm allowed to have that opinion. And oh, guess what? You're allowed to comment against it. Yeah. And then I'm allowed to comment against it. Like, the thing that I hate the most is when it's like, oh, you've offended me, and now you can't really say anything to defend yourself because I'm the one offended. It's like, why can't we just debate? Like, I will literally have like a practically yelling argument, complete with swear words and everything. And at the end of it, I don't have any ill will towards the other person. We were just passionate. I don't know. Either way, it is very possible to do that. I don't like when one side has to shut down the other for making a point. Obviously, if someone's just being abusive, hateful, not actually bringing up points, just being bigoted, discriminatory, etc., that's not the same thing. But there's a difference between screaming, "Oh, you're so fucking stupid and we shouldn't listen to you," and screaming, "You need to fucking about the consequences of your actions. We're in this together. We need to work together. God damn it." There's a difference between those two things. They're both still pretty much screaming and arguing and yelling, but one's constructive, the other isn't. So these are definitely things I'm trying to do. Is this lagging for everyone else? Is this lagging for everyone else? Is this lagging for anyone else? Okay. All right, I'm gonna scroll back up, and now I swear I'm gonna try to do this quick. I'm quick statements. I need to shut up with the just blah 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 huge things. That. Google's racist, seriously run by white supremacists. The problem is, if you're like me, you live in America, our government is literally founded upon and based on white supremacy. There's no real way to escape it. We have to acknowledge it and change it. There's not much otherwise I can do. All right. Johnny Mac little sarcasm thing here. Not worrying about right now because I'm just so far behind on what I wanted to do. Did you offer Listerine as a peace offering, pale face? The great eagle spirit demands it. Is Listerine a negative stereotype for Native Americans? I don't know this one, and I actually do want to know about things that are like stereotypes and rude, because if I do consider myself some sort of comedian, I need to be cognizant of what I can make fun of and what is too far and crossing the line. I kind of need to be culturally aware for that. As for negative YouTube, that's part of a larger conversation I'm going to worry about right now. I have a lot of great ideas for live stream topics now, so we can get into specific things. So this has been very refreshing. I actually really am glad I did this. Like, this is refreshing my mind, my ideas. Like, what should I do? What shouldn't I? I don't have a community page. I'm supposed to talk to people about what's good or not. Next topic. Shut up, Chris. How about that for a channel thing? And just forget the binary Bible thing. Call it Shut Up, Chris. The whole thing is, me, babbling way much. And then the goal is to try to be a more socially acceptable person by telling myself, shut up, Chris, whenever I've spoken for too long on one topic. I don't know. I really do want to improve things, make things better. I'm going now on a minty, fresh spiritual journey. Glug, glug. Hey. I really am going to have to learn about that. Chad, keep smoking that meth. No, thank you, because Medicaid pays for my Adderall prescription. I ain't got the money for meth. And my teeth are already rotting out. I was bulimic for a long time. I have chronic dry mouth. My teeth are like rotting out. I've accepted it. It sucks. Sure, whatever. That's beside the point. The point is, I don't need to do meth and rot them faster and make them go away even worse, look even worse, okay? I'm still drinking tea and coffee. No more cigarettes, but tea, coffee, weed, they're not going to get less yellow. But, I want to keep my teeth. So I'm going to avoid the meth. Let's see. My mom won't let me smoke weed. I'm all like, Moms, I'm 45 years old. I cannot relate. I've never met my mother. My stepmother was she was murdered. I was trying to figure out a way to say like she was out of the picture or whatever. She was murdered. My stepmother was murdered when I was like 15. I hate my dad. I have no relationship with him or the woman he married or my half brother's mother. I don't really like. I've got my grandma, and she's very laid back, chill. She's a lot like my grandmother. Is the only person in my family that I really relate to. I don't know. She's fine with me smoking weed. I don't really know what it's like for a parent to be like, well, this is a rule that makes no sense, but I'm going to enforce it, because for me, my life, not great at the interactions with my family. My father and I do not mesh. I'm not going to get into all details now, definitely don't want to super detract from everything, but I really don't know how to relate to like mom and dad things. The best I can do is if you've got a joke about, oh, your mom last night, your mom did this last night, paid your mom for sex last night, blah, blah. If you're going to make one of those jokes, just know that my follower for Tortoise, ew, like, necrophilia, not cool, bro, because my mom's dead, and I never even met her, so it's like not even like anything I really think about is just like a little joke that I throw away. Just, oh, you're making a joke that you're going to do my mother or that you did my mother. Well, I'm going to be like, wow, you're definitely weird because you flew all the way to another country and dug up a Brit. Like, you're definitely not cool, dude. And just turn the joke on the person. So, like, I'm not, I don't know how to relate with normal things. Take it to the heart, never. I actually heard a rap, Manners, a cover by Manners. Finally, a replacement I'm happy with for the N-word in rap songs, and it's Bigga. Bigga. Because if I can't still do like a word in that part of the song, I'm gonna fuck up. And I need the igga sound at the end. Otherwise the cadence is off and I trip. So I've been trying to find a word that would actually fit, that has the right feel to it. So I'm glad I got that. So Bigga is gonna be my replacement from now on. What is my hand doing? And maybe you should try stand-up comedy as therapy, and maybe join an improv group. And where would I find something like that improv group? I'll have to tell you all about the area I live in and what is and isn't available around here for you to understand why I'm like, no, internet. My entire life is on the internet. Everything I hold dear to me is on the internet. This is my life. It has been. Like, if I'm going to be doing an improv group, it's going to be like an improv group online, an improv group with Zoom, so I kind of would like that actually, but I'm not a joiner. I'm not good at joining up. To combine the humor thing with a serious thought on the direction of my channel, I joke about having a cult a lot, basically because I've had cults. They weren't really cult, but it was in the name. Gaia Online. I had a guild that was, they named it a cult, and then I had this weird little fan club at my school of girls that weirded me out, and people joked that it was my cult. And then I watched shows like The Following and comedians like, Anthony Jeselnik, and started joking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a cult. And especially with the fact that I do talk about myself and me and all this all the time, and everything is about me, and I don't even want it to be, but that's just kind of how my brain's become wired at this point. It's like I'm not really a joiner, I'm not really a follower. I moreover have people follow me, so the joke, the cult, I don't know. Especially if I'm thinking I'm a fucking comedian, maybe I should just start saying, oh yeah, this channel, it is all about me because this is my cult. And all the people who follow me, they're, I'm their Jim Johnson, like dark humor shit. I don't know. Maybe that's a horrible idea. I don't know, do I? And it's just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know which direction to go. I don't know what I would be good at. I keep trying different things and it feels like I just fail and I fail and I fail. I know what I've been told I'd be good at. And I don't know. It's weird to me, the idea of the things that I've been told I'm good at, that they feel weird to me. But if I was to follow the advice of many people who've given me advice over many years, the thing I should be doing is basically trying to be a comedian slash like a motivational speaker who's got dark humor, should be an actor. There's all. I've been being told, like, go try out for American Idol. I'm like, what? No, I just because I sing all the time because I like singing doesn't mean I'm good at it. No, and I don't want to be like ultra famous and all this stuff. Like, acting is very weird for me. Like, I do joke around and stuff a lot, but when it comes to the idea of like acting on camera in this way and playing this character and stuff, and once again getting famous, I'm like, I've said this multiple times before. If Royce from Daywave still has the Skype thing, I've even said to him, like, people have told me, and I cringe with this, but they say I have star power, and like, I don't know. Other people my whole life have been telling me, like, you gotta tap into your dramatic side, and instead of like, I'm not a drama queen and this is serious, like, I should just up the drama. I should tap into that. I should turn the dial up to 11. It just, I don't know, it scares me. It scares me, honestly. The more subscribers I've gotten over time, the more it terrifies me to be in the public eye. And, God, I barely have over 200 subscribers. There's people who have hundreds of thousands or even millions. I don't know how the hell they cope with that. But that's literally what people have told me my whole life is, yo, you could be like famous. Oh no, you could do this, you could do that. And I don't know. I honestly don't really understand why that's like a thing people even really like want hugely. When I first joined YouTube, God, I joined so long ago. It was a lot of weirder stuff. It wasn't all this serious social media influencer marketing and this and this. It was people freaking just stupid shit, uploading stupid shit for the hell of it. So the idea of I still feel like I'm mentally back in that stupid shit day, it's just the old internet just stuck in my head. Badger, mushroom, badger. And the llama song. Here's someone, there's a llama, and another place a llama, llama, duck. All those things, and half the shit on E-Bombs World, Newgrounds, like that's what I'm used to. Everything's changed. The idea of being famous, God, weird word, in like a society that I don't understand, is terrifying terrifying. I that's why I feel like, I don't know, should I be doing like YouTube and trying to be a big person, or should I just really, moreover, be like live streaming on Facebook to just like talk about things and have my friends? And I know that people have told me I could be freaking famous, but I don't know that that's actually something I want. I want to be successful in life and be able to have people that I care about and they care about me. I don't know that fame is necessary. I do know money is necessary, but the idea that if I want money to get, I need to get famous, like, I don't know, this whole thing drives me up a wall. Star power, charisma, and all those things. I don't know. Do I have that? I don't know. That's what other people tell me. People tell you. What do other people say you're good at? Because that's what you should do. I try all sorts of different things, and I just keep being told, be this person that's a public figure, or be that thing that's a public figure, or be that thing that's a public figure. And I don't know. I don't know. I certainly don't want to go through my whole life just sucking at things. That was a really long tangent. I'm sorry. It's like, obviously we're working through some emotions here right now, aren't we? I need to scroll down to see what people have been saying. I'm sorry that I went off on such a massive tangent there. Oh my, whoa, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. Shit. Ugh. And this is why my girlfriend's like, you really gotta learn to not talk quite like constantly. Blah. I don't even know how I got there. I don't even know how I got to that point. When your weed makes you smarter. I am not going to touch that right now. That's the thing I'll need research for. Improv group. Predictive text on my phone keeps messing my chat up. It's actually a ninth theater. You have that sent all perfectly spelled, though. Baconators are my life. I like tacos. Biscuit or Lincoln Park. It'd have to be Lincoln Park overall. I love a lot of their stuff. In fact, I can listen to the entire Meteora album on just like constant repeat for hours. But Limp Bizkit, there's that one song. Hold on. It's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why. Everyone just a bad. Who's his head off? Yeah. Break stuff. I have anger issues too. What can I say? And see, Gravedigger is my favorite monster truck. I've never really been into monster trucks. However, I like the Gravedigger from Repo the Genetic Opera. Thought I had COVID, but the doctor told me I was faking the funk. The way that's in quotation marks makes me think it's a reference to something. I do not know what. Epstein's neck bone. I heard about that island and about bunch of folk kept washing up on New York shores. I just watched a video about this. I can literally do a link. See, history. Here we go. Share, copy a link. Now I guess, let's see, go to your videos. Yeah. I guess I can't see my own live on here. Meh. I'll send it to myself. Paste, send, now search. Ugh. Come on, I just installed this. Where'd it go? Click open. What did I click wrong now? What am I doing wrong? Rice on cracker. No, okay, here we go. Oh, nope. What is it? Maybe over here? Wait, here. Yep. Found it. And send. Now. No, I'm trying to copy link. There we go. Boop, boop. Copy. Pasted there just fine. I think it might actually almost be like painful trying to watch me figure out how to use electronics. Pause. Autoplay. I just need you to load enough to tell me if you're the proper video link. Yep. Close that. Did it crash? Nope. Okay. There we go. Paste. You're a fucking weirdo. Yes, I am. Island about bones of Phil kept washing up on New York shores, so that's the link that I've pasted and trying to click enter. Weird thing to think about when you're 9. You're talking about the whole telling my stepmom I wish I had a penis thing. It wasn't 9, it was 5. People know young. Like your picture back there, did you go to Glamour Shots? Yes, I did. If you want, you can guess the age I was. Try to guess the age I was at the time of these. Oh. Oops, accidental unplug. Hint though, I was under 18, so don't be making any weirdo remarks about those. Okay, not trying to have any freaking reason for Chris Hansen to be interrogating any of my viewers. Thank you. So went to Glamour Shots before, played Paula Abdul and said no, be sassy. Yeah, I went to Glamour Shots and was basically like, your selection is shitty. Where's all your drag queen type stuff? And like, I brought these fun clothes and you've got so many neutral makeup things. I need like neon. I need like glitter. I need like lashes out to here. And it's, I don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Fuck society. I agree. Whatever topic I was on about at the time, I hate society. I like people, individuals on one-on-one basis, but society sucks. What are we drinking on today? Tea. Cheap tea. The cheap tea that I buy because it's cheap and I can get multiple tea bags into the mug and lots of caffeine into me for cheap. Wish I had some I can't do the things with the B directly next to D. I don't know how to do that. It sounds like a beer brand or something. I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know. I'm just gonna start being honest about when like my brain doesn't give me a reply. I don't know how to answer. My brain goes. I don't like trying to like. No, I'm super competent and cogent right now. Sometimes my brain just doesn't give me a good reply. I don't know how to reply. Glad you're feeling better, man. Thank you. Shit gets me to myself. I don't know what that's referencing. When I'm feeling emotionally blue, I just watch Adam Sandler. I like to watch stand-up comedy. Any new vape juices? Yes. I don't know which ones right now, but I got a cool pump thing here. Let's see. 1 minute away from 2 hour stream. I really need to get through these. Live for an hour. What? Wait, I'm back an hour in this chat? Holy crap, I talk way too much. Maybe the Shut Up Chris channel idea is a good one. Heineken Zeros. America, fuck yeah. Can you give us a house tour? Not right this moment. I will have to set up more things for that. I do want to show stuff off. In fact, I was planning on showing specific things in my room, showing how I have accommodated things for my disabilities. But since I spilled my tea all over and it also got all over my bed, my room is currently out of order. But I have ways to do it, but I just, not in this exact second, also because my girlfriend's napping. Have you ever seen the movie Johnny Dangerously? Do not think so. Deuce break. I need to take a pee break really bad, actually. I have to pee. Johnny Dangerously is my favorite movie. I like when the guy goes ice hole. Interesting. Not a clue what that means. Talking about break. Trump's secret police got her. That's honestly scary. What the hell is going on with secret police? And that's they're way too long, too much to get into there. I hope he talks about trans male cervix issues. Definitely is a topic I could approach. It would definitely be one where I would need to have resources in place first and really make sure I can actually stay on topic, because it's an important thing that does have to do with, can just say cervix issues. It doesn't have to be trans male cervix issues, but there are certain things like vaginismus that people who have the cervix and take testosterone may have to deal with. So, I mean, that is actually kind of a topic that could be covered. It would definitely have to be like way more rules and stuff. When there's more delicate topics to cover. I really need to have it different. I like the I'm a comedian and all this stuff, but I I also have a need for showing respect for these things. Stick to the orange man, are you okay? This is the stuff of when yeah, this is where I came back from break. Okay. Epstein, sorry to leave, and not a problem. I responded to everything he said anyway because you might possibly go back and watch parts. Anyone who's watching this whole thing through, there's as much wrong with you as there is with me because it's already 2 hours. Let's see, people assume I'm deaf and assuming sign language. Yeah, mobile mermaid. My friend, you and I could definitely have a long conversation about AAC devices and sign language, and I really need some. I need to look at some accessibility devices myself, as there are difficulties I have that I think they could definitely help with. I'm gonna just keep scrolling because there's a lot here and I really have to pee. That looks like spam. Wow. I mean, saying hi to everyone, I mean, that's nice, but also kind of spammy. Have you ever thought about joining the fragrance community? Definitely not, because I have a lot of fragrance allergies. Probably a great actor. You look kind of like Dana Carvey. That sounds familiar. Comedians are the names I'll know the most. Shady Grady, sorry for such a long delay in response. I don't even know if you're still here, but I'm gonna respond to everything anyway. I kind of feel I need to right now. I have not done anything properly here on YouTube for a while. Asked about tea, I've answered. Chris Hansen's busy trying to find a swatter. I don't get brain bars. My brain just randomly shits itself, definitely. You should start a trans wrestling federation. There's a demand. I never did like proper wrestling. I've dated MMA people and I've done sports stuff before my disability started really kicking my ass, but now it's bleh. So don't think that would be my market. Completely forgot why I came into my kitchen. Yeah, it's me 400 times a day. Are you allergic to Dracar Noir? Which one is it? It's a Family Guy. Yeah, Dracar Noir. I like Family Guy, American Dad, Futurama, Rick and Morty. I like rewatching them, and I like quoting things from the shows. Loud. I have to be pretty bad. Ooh-wee. Really like things to not be so loud. And hands shaking. I noticed a comment saying, hands shaking, not shaking. Yeah, no, they're not shaking now. I mean, little tiny trembles, but that's normal for anyone. Everyone gets tiny little hand tremors. That's nothing to be concerned about. But it's quite irritating when they do get all shaky like that. Really can't control when it happens. No, I don't fake it. Actually, trying to fake it is like hard. Like, I don't know. You can tell the movement is different, in my opinion, from when I'm trying to fake it and when I'm actually having the tremors. If only the faking it and it actually happening looked exactly the same. Because if I were to have a stand up comedy act based on things like my tremors, I mean, if I'm depending on tremors that I have no control over happening, I guess I don't have any control over my set list and schedule and anything. Yeah. I have to pee. Gotta love the bipolar ADHD mind. I was gone for like 60 seconds. And I have like this whole idea like, oh, I was talking about the call it shut up, Chris, and also I feel weird taking money. Like, and if I had it like, with the other people's channels, they say like you do like a donation and there's a pop-up. If people have the ability to just like donate and it pops up saying, shut up, Chris, and people can just like let me know when I've talked too long. Like, instead of what's your 2 cents, it's here, I'll pay you $1 to shut up. I mute when I leave because if, for instance, my phone starts ringing really loud, Streamlabs, yeah, I have it on my PC. This is a little mobile thing. I haven't done it. I'm having issues with this thing. I have error messages as soon as I open it up and start it up. I'm not good with this stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. I need help. I need help. I don't know what else to say at this point. I've done what I can to try to learn and teach myself on my own. I need help. I need help with all this stuff. I need help. I can't do this myself. I've hit walls in my ability to learn on my own and be able to cope with the stress of trying to. I do know a bit, and I know that there's things I could be doing to help myself, but also there's so many things, it just gets overwhelming. And not only in case like this rings, but if, for instance, while I'm away from it, like my girlfriend is needing to talk to me or something, it's just so I don't have to like come back and try to mute it in case there's something she needs to talk to me about privately. At this point, I just try to figure out the most convenient way to do things whenever, like, instead of overall, this is how I'll always do it. It's like, well, today this is the situation. How can I do it best this way? My girlfriend is in the bedroom napping, and she's tired. She didn't want to be part of the live stream, especially because there have been so many abusive comments about her on here that upset me. And I get much, much, much more upset about people who insult her and say things about her than at all about me. Like, I don't know. I'd rather people make fun of me and say mean things to me than to her and to people I care about and love. And like, honestly, now I'm about to get emotional again. I don't like people say the terrible things about her. She's not even there to defend herself or anything. It's like spewing hate. I kept myself from crying. See, now those are distress tolerance techniques that I need to be employing. There's a hole in my bedroom wall because I didn't employ the distress tolerance techniques. I get very, very fucking angry when people insult the people I care about and I love. I would much, much rather people be insulting me, trying to upset me, than to say things about her, to say things about my friend. I don't know what it is. But, yeah, so I get really upset. And, I think that, this is probably a good time to finally get into the things that I wanted to discuss about the direction to take the channel now, because it does tie in. And the reason I want to make changes is because it hasn't been working. It's been upsetting me emotionally the way it's been working, and there are aspects I've figured out that I know would make it better. I think a crucial component would definitely be live streams. I'm still going to want to do standalone videos here and there because I do like video editing, stuff like that, but live streams, because it seems to me that when I'm just like monologuing and then posting and then having to deal with comments, a lot of stuff is more difficult, more stressful, gets lost in translation. Whereas if I'm live streaming, discussing back and forth, able to really get my point across and all that by anytime my point's not understood, trying to figure out where it's gone off, and figuring out, like, have I worded something wrong, or like, no, do I really have a shitty opinion right here? Am I kind of like a piece of crap person for thinking this, and I should probably work on that and try to grow and learn? Or do I actually have good intentions and I'm just wording it so poorly that I'm really, really, like, not getting the point across that it's a misrepresentation, etc. And be able to figure out, like, how to talk about things. And from there, I feel that the standalone videos would be able to be better. And I would also have a lot less pressure with, I know I should be trying to get things out on schedule. Like, I haven't been able to do that for a long time, ever. If I just have the ability to, schedule some live streams a few days a week, and then standalone videos when I can, like, maybe that will be better than constant stress of I should be recording content, working on a script and recording content, trying to get it out by a certain date, blah, blah, blah. And then when it doesn't happen, I catastrophize. I didn't do this. I didn't do the script. Now the video will be crap. And now I've recorded the video and the video is crap. And now I'm trying to do the video editing and the video editing is crap. Like, it would stop that whole downward spiral trajectory. I have some ideas, and I don't know. Like, honestly, right now, I feel that there's so much I'm thinking, trying to figure out, that I kind of feel like I could just sit here on live stream for like 3 weeks straight, just talking and trying to figure out, what do I do? Where do I go? What changes? Right? What do I do? I don't know, but I need to figure things out. So definitely live streams got to be a part of the overall plan. And I have let me see, I'll just like screenshot this thing, this little blurb of text or something. Edit. Select all. Copy. Open my photo program things. Text. Too big, too small, whatever. 69. Next. Paste. Check mark. Color. Font. Readable. You'll see what I'm doing. I am a nut job. Okay, I know I am a nut job. That is part of why I'm doing this in such a weird, erratic manner. I am literally just wanting to show what the heck I'm like in general. And these, hopefully that'll be helping inform what to do, where to go from here. kind of, I know it's cringe. I know. Okay. Screen rotation on. Okay, now this will obviously, when I do set up the Streamlabs and all that stuff, this will obviously be massively more convenient. This is just because the plans I originally had ended up not being worked out able. So, adapt. That's all I can do. So. Oh, I did a stupid. Yeah. Close but no cigar. Close but no cigar. Nope. Oh, my brain. Ah, holy crapsicles. Yo, I did it. It's kind of, you know, a little rednecky, but oh, hold on. I can do this, I swear I can do this. I can figure this out. Just gotta put something under here. I can do this. Eh. Come on. I grew up in a place called Pennsatucky, Chris. Talk about rednecks know how to do anything without having the proper tools. You prove it. Yeah. Experiment. I'll leave the volume on. My teeth feel worse. Brushing real quick. So I don't know. Oops. I don't know if you could hear me brushing my teeth or not, but I do have to pee again, and I'm paranoid that you can hear. So I'm gonna mute this again. Phew. Yeah, I actually have since writing that out decided that I am gonna leave Twitch. I have not been enjoying the things I have been seeing coming out about them. So, for crying out loud. Grr. Ear ringing. No, it's going away. Bleh. Tinnitus. Pranks. Yes, pranks are fun, but I don't like pranks where you wake people up. Those have always seemed cool. Mobile mermaid. That is hard for me to say. Since I do know your first name, could I just use that since it's easier for me? I want to ask before just saying it. I don't want to do something bad. Only reason you have Facebook for modeling, fam, and girls and MBAs and polycool. Yeah, my Facebook I need for my community of people that I care about, moreover. I ended up getting all these other different social media things, which why did I put this aside? The Facebook page, the Twitters, which I don't know how I had two. One is binary Bible, the other is Bible binary. What did I do? How did I what? And so I'm going to keep the Facebook profile, trash the Facebook page, trash both Twitters because I don't like the platform. And also after the big hacking and everything, I'm just like, I don't want to deal with the extra security risks. Trash Instagram. The thing is, I first need to get my images off of Instagram, which I want my images back so I can put them elsewhere. Taking a stupid fucking screenshot of it and cropping it down is not what I'm asking. I want to re-download my images. I can't fucking find a way. I've wanted to get off Instagram for a while, but I want my pictures back. I want them back. I need them back. How do I get them back? Help. And consider Twitch. It was actually supposed to say reconsider Twitch. Reconsider Twitch. Click enter. I don't know why. REC. There we go. Reconsider. Now, focus. Whatever. And then, for YouTube, could just do live streams. Say, fuck it to the video making for now. And just say, fuck it, I'm stressed. And maybe if I have just my Facebook for myself and live streaming, it'll be manageable. And most of the stuff I've written while emotional. But yeah, Twitch is becoming hostile towards LGBT community. I was already wanting to stop. And part of things for me, canceling these different things is I feel like, I'm gonna be that's bad for the people who I'm leaving behind. That's rude to the people who followed me there. But I mean, I hate the platforms. I want to get off the platforms. At this point, I can't just keep staying on the platforms because I feel bad if people who wanted to be able to like be my friend, follower, whatever, uh, like I'd be like abandoning them. And I have to leave platforms that I'm not enjoying and not worry about that. I need water. All I've drank was tea, and I've been streaming a lot longer than I expected I was going to. So that covers the talking about Twitch and why I want to leave those platforms. And um, I think I'm just gonna go through the other stuff I have here before looking back at the comments because I'm gonna like get lost otherwise. And real quick mute because I need to like clear this area and I'm not trying to have that sound on the microphone. Icky. Always happens after I use the dry mouthwash. So honestly, if y'all could see the screen that I'm looking at, I don't know, maybe I should get some like screenshots of all the plans and details I'd written down and get Streamlabs set up and stuff and just start a new stream once like I have that together and like really like talk more in depth because like I mean just look the very first I've got like a freaking legend here for back on June 11th, me planning like how do I save my damn channel and stuff. Just trying to get it properly aligned. So come on, focus. You did it before. You did it before. And I dropped the phone. And I'm trying to click to go down. Legend. Let me. What you notice? Read this. Okay, so instead of saying Little Mermaid, I can say Jane. Thank you. I'm sure anyone listening can tell I have difficulty with certain sounds. I'm a legend. I don't know if you're telling me I'm a legend because you think like the way I've set this up is really cool, or if you're just trying to do a pun to cheer me up. I just grr because I'm like, oh, here's the thing I want to show you, and the thing's not focusing. Let me see. Next attempt. Okay, maybe. Yeah. Come on. Focus. Whine, cry, pout, complain. I'm trying to show the thing. Hi. Task list. Legend. Green check mark. Done. Green X. Ignore/delete. Red question mark. Not done. Hazard sign. Exclamation point. And then I've got a list of stuff using those. So I think obviously actually setting up Streamlabs and stuff like that to talk more in depth about this would be good. I think that this has been very constructive, but and just like Jane, I am gonna have to take a rest. My laptop PC thing also is demanding to rest. It's been lagging. It's also like, and I also have some laundry type stuff to do. So I don't know. I don't have a good way for keeping readily in touch with me, giving it like what time's convenient for people. So you don't get a community page until you have 1,000 subscribers. How am I supposed to get 1,000 subscribers if I can't talk to them in like a community tab thing? I literally need like a community to help me figure out YouTube, but you're not allowed to have a community until you've figured out YouTube. So Dodo, I don't know. I know I can look at analytics and things and try to figure out, but that doesn't help as much as you'd think. I guess at least now I know how to do the schedule things. I will at least look at analytics to try to figure out like where people are, to figure out what would be a time for scheduling that's hopefully convenient for me as well as the people who are gonna mainly want to be there. And I'm not going to do scheduling the way of like every single day I will do it from this time to this time, but I will basically, whenever I figure out a time that I'm gonna do a stream, I'll just use the options to schedule it, and I can edit it. So I don't know. If nothing else, hell, if I'm just putting out very short little blurb video saying like, hey, what time's convenient? I don't have a community tab, so I, figure out a different way to try to get the information I need to figure this out. Like, the way I've been doing things, trying to do things, hasn't been working. And a lot of it, I think, is because I keep trying to do it the way, they give advice for most people to do it. And I'm never been good with doing things the way everyone else does. So, yeah, about time to wind down for now because I really feel that it was constructive to talk about a bunch of stuff here. It had a lot of emotions throughout, got to see a bunch of babbling that, as opposed to my weird little edited monologues, it's more of a discussion. And I don't know, I really wanted to be very open and honest during this. I felt very anxious, very weird. It was very awkward, very uncomfortable through a lot of it, honestly. Talking about how, like, well, I kind of am self-centered and I've basically been trained into it and I don't know how to be otherwise. But, like, is there a way to be basically a narcissist who doesn't hurt other people and instead is, like, entertaining or something? Can that be done? Because I'm not a clinical narcissist, but you know what? I definitely got some traits of narcissism with whole self-centeredness, and it's not like I want to hurt people. I just don't know how to be otherwise. So just being very open and honest about, I just don't know how to do things otherwise. I've just been trained to focus on me. It's what I know. Maybe one day it won't be that's all I know. Maybe I can get past that and know how to care. I need to understand how to care about other people's interests if they're not already like one of my interests. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm not neurotypical. Don't have any formal autism diagnosis. I believe that's what I am, but it's very obvious. I'm not neurotypical. And I think that this whole long ass live stream with the almost at times incoherent feeling babbling, it's this is what's been needed for people to understand moreover how my mind works and understand where I've been coming from, what I've been trying to do, how I've been going wrong. I just I don't know. Shut up, Chris. Shut up, Chris. I don't know. This has been very constructive in figuring things out. Thank you. I will schedule something when I've figured out and done images, Streamlabs, something, and let's smoke. And just because I've got like OCD, there's 12 minutes till the end of 3 hours. I don't know. I'm just wanting to sort of run the clock to exactly 3 hours, so I'm going to just kind of not do that for once. because I can't let my OC control me. But if I can drag it out for just under a minute, it'll at least be 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, I guess I'll fill that with just saying thank you to the people who've been here. Thank you for the people who just stumbled upon here and were like, oh, you're interesting. Major thank you to just anyone who's given any input today. I needed it. I need help with doing things and figuring things out. I hope that by cutting down where I am online, I can do better.